Hello, and welcome back. We talked to the other school that we're going to be playing against today. They're okay with us streaming, so we'll be streaming that match as soon as it starts. I know both teams are setting things up right now, so we're gonna have a bit of a pregame right now just to talk about some stuff. To begin with, the school that we are facing against, um, I think they're from Montreal, Canada. I don't actually say Sigep. I don't even know. So I have Google Translate open here. I'm hoping you guys it didn't pick up.
Fortunately, that was not able to pick up on the mics
Bummer.
there.
So Cegep de la Pocatiere
Watch
is
your language.
what?
Watch your language.
um, it says it's Romanian, but I think it might be French because they're from Canada. So not
Google
entirely sure.
Translate's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, what maps
So
are we going to today?
um, just when we refer to the team, their team name is CDLP. I'm sure
Okay.
they know that us as Americans can't pronounce any other language aside from
Yeah,
English. So,
and
uh,
even very little at that.
yeah. Looks like the first map is going to be Lijiang Tower. So it's a control map.
Well, King of the Hill map.
King, well, that's basically what it is. So what do you expect from Lijiang
I
Tower?
expect the boopy characters like Hog and Lucio pretty bad on this map.
Okay.
What I'm hoping to see from our off tank is probably Hog.
Okay.
Just some sweet hooks off the map.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's he's a solid character. I know that he recently got a pretty big
Pretty
buff.
significant buff, yeah.
Yeah. I mean that should be exciting. Get to swap out from hopefully goats. I mean, and as much as I like seeing goats all the time, also same like 6 characters over and over and over again.
Hoping to see more of like a 2-2-2.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, hopefully we can look forward to that. The second map is going to be Hollywood, which that is a hybrid map. So of course you can capture the first control point, and then you have a payload that you have to push through the rest of the map, based on Hollywood sets and stuff. So it's a super fun map. It's one of the older maps
Yeah.
as well. What do you expect from there?
Probably either around like a very tanky centered anti-dive comp almost.
Okay.
Not goats necessarily. More like maybe an Orisa from a defending team, something like that.
Okay.
And then also maybe a sniper in the mix.
Cool. Cool.
Because I
Cool.
know that map is also catered to snipers and snipers too.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. Well, I know that it's a very spacious map. It's very open, so I can't wait to see some different comps there. Can't wait to see what ACU is gonna has up their sleeve and what they're gonna try to pull out there. And of course, map 3 is gonna be Watch Point Gibraltar, which, if I recall correctly, that was either the first or second map ever created for the game. I think Anubis um, might be the first map ever created, Temple of Anubis. But so that is a straight up just a payload map. What do you expect from there? That one changes every now and then.
It's more open to wherever the team wants to play there.
Okay.
It's not really like a character reliance. I know snipers are good there, tanky comps are good there. A lot of dive is good there too. So ACU might pull out a dive comp maybe there just to like get things going. Just because the defense usually does have a sniper or two,
Yeah.
but they also might pull out ghosts. They also might pull out 2v2. It's really just depending on whatever the team wants to play.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. So, I mean, is there any sort of tricks that you might think of that you could possibly talk about a bit here before the match starts about ACU's team, or should we just keep everything under wraps for now? Just have ACU surprises, if they have anything that you think they
Well, they
might do.
might try the Symmetra again.
Okay.
This time maybe like teleporting just like on top to try to get that high ground advantage,
Yeah.
forcing some of them off the high ground.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
might try that. Uh, I doubt they pull out the far up. It doesn't know Aura.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Symmetra would be a pretty good choice, but again, she's a very squishy character to play, so there's very high risk, high reward kind of aspect to her and her character. So um, I'm excited to see these next matches. Hopefully, ACU can pull the victory here, or at the very least, you know,
Have a really good match.
have some really good matches that they can learn and sort of
Grow off of without
yeah.
getting tilted.
So it looks like ACU um, they're setting up the lobby right now. CDLP right now though
It's not
they're
in yet.
they're not in yet. They're currently setting things up. So I'm sure that they're having some difficulty with something. So uh, we'll go be right back right now. And then um, once it starts, we'll start in right as the match starts. So that way you guys don't miss anything. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. right. Looks like we're in. We are currently playing some Zenyatta. Daddy's on the Zenyatta there. Mr. Bob Sparks on the Hanzo.
Doing a nice little emote for us there.
Yeah, Seeds on that Mariachi Reaper.
Just destroying all the control panels.
Paco de Taco on Zarya. We have Lindis, of course, on the Reinhardt. And Finch of Flight
On the
being
Moira.
some spoopy Moira there. Looks like, what is this?
It is a 2-2-2, so 2 tank, 2 DPS, and 2 healer.
Yep. We have a
So
farther range
Seeds.
and the closer range DPS. And Seeds is trying to be there, trying to get behind and just do damage. So he's attacking that Zarya.
This is Zarya to half. Unfortunately, takes a little bit of damage in his wake.
Yeah. Lindis gets taken out early on. Seeds falls, but they're able to take out their Reinhardt. CDLP is.
But they got a
holding pretty
stun
well.
by the Brigitte, and Paco falls.
Paco de Taco falls. Finch of Flight is still on his own there, but he quickly leaves, warps out, joins his team. And CDLP is just pushing through, trying to damage their team. They're able to take out Lindis. Their Lucio Titan Angel gets taken out.
See the Brigitte very low, killed by Paco Taco.
Yeah.
Now this is a very good turning point if they can capitalize on this.
Yeah.
Because Brigitte does not have the best movement speed at all.
And so Seeds is going in there. He had that Zarya bubble. He's trying to make some room for his team right now. They're pushing them back, and the enemy Reinhardt falls. They're slowly capturing
See the Dragon
point.
Strike coming in.
Doesn't appear to get anyone, but they are able to take out that Zarya as well. Seeds is able to take out the Zenyatta, and ACU now has the point. They're capping it right now. Seeds.
We see that they are pushing up as well.
Oh,
nice charge on the other Reinhardt. Unfortunately, he does not fall to the Reinhardt, but he does fall to the Reaper.
Yep, so it's good teamwork there. ACU is not trying to overextend
Good follow-up,
right here.
good follow-up.
They're just...
Seeds looking for a little cheeky play, doesn't decide to yet.
Yeah, I mean, Seeds has his ult, which is a pretty devastating ult, of course.
See the adorable little diva spray in the wall there.
It looks like Seeds was able to escape from that Graviton Surge. All the ults are coming in from CDLP. Seeds is waiting.
Even our own Graviton Surge coming in.
Seeds uses his ult, unfortunately gets taken out, but does push the team back, and with that they're able to capitalize, taking out Lucio, Zenyatta, and the enemy Reinhardt. Lindis does fall, but ACU is in a bit of a better position right now, and they're just holding CDLP back.
Unfortunately, Daddy falls to the enemy Zarya, but Paco takes revenge by killing that Zarya.
Yeah, so Zarya Paco de Taco gets taken out. That Brigitte was the one that taken out by Paco de Taco. Finch of Flight gets taken out, so does Mr. Bob Sparks and Seeds, and it looks like I think Lindis is the only one left, and he gets taken out. So ACU has a really good percentage right now, 75%. But oh man, downtown gets taken out, Daddy. But
that is a huge stagger on their part.
Yeah, unfortunately for ACU, they're gonna have to wait. But ACU's doing well. I mean, they have 75% already capped, so they might be able.
They've got a good window of time. They've got a good window of time to take this back.
Certainly. So let's see what happens here. Lindis, of course, up in the front, defending his team. This is a bit of a hard push. Oh!
And an Earth Shatter that just wipes the team.
Yeah, that is almost a team. That is a team kill right there.
Now we do see that the enemy team is running goats. And we see Seed swapping over to the Pharaoh, which is an effective goats counter, as none of them really have the ability to reach her.
Yeah. So we'll definitely see if this is enough to take out CDLP's sort of defenses. Seeds is just out in the back, just throwing some damage, poking. Huge
he unfortunately
surge.
gets caught something in that Graviton Surge, and there goes everything.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mr. Bob Sparks used his Dragon Strike to try to push the enemy team back, but he was only able to kill or take out one person.
See Mr. Bob Sparks trying to go, but unfortunately there's no more time, and that is the first point.
Yep. So, I mean, there you have it, the power of goats. We saw it when ACU played it in their last match, and honestly, I mean, much as I hate to say it, it's the meta.
It is.
If you're not playing goats and you don't have a good counter to goats, you're not going to have a good time.
Yep.
So they might have to switch up their composition here to something a bit more, I guess, boopy in a way. So it looks like they're bringing out the Lucio.
They're
Uh,
also bringing out the Goats comp now to fight Ghosts against Goats.
yes.
But what we did see before when they were running the 2v2 is when Seeds popped his Death Blossom, I believe it was, Mr. Wild Sparks actually used it kind of like a distraction to pop his own ult,
Yes.
which is something really good.
So ACU grouping up together right now as a goats comp should. So again, they're going to try to fight goats with goats.
Seems the other team has already made it to the point first, really just trying to set up their defenses as much as possible.
Yeah.
See that Zarya in the back line as well.
Pocket Taco is just in the mess of everything, trying to do some damage. They are able to take out both the Brigitte and the Reinhardt. They take out the Lucio.
Diva, they take out the Zenyatta. Zarya's next to fall, and then we have the baby Diva that gets booped off the edge.
There you go, ACU with a fantastic display of just raw power and teamwork there. They're able to defend the point against CDLP, and now they're just pushing the back, holding the back right now in these hallways. Looks like CDLP is sort of splitting off here, which is not something you really want to do with goats at all. I mean, you want to stick together, you want your healers to heal you, and you want your tanks up in the front just taking damage. They
You see Seeds taking out the other Brigitte
that
there.
Brigitte was huge.
You see Paco already has the Diva Bomb.
Yeah. So they take out the Reinhardt as well, and now it's just down to finishing up, you know, taking out all the players. They are overextending a bit. They need to be careful.
They really do.
And
there comes the Graviton Surge.
And they take it out. It's not exactly a team kill because I think everyone.
There was one person left.
One person was still alive, but they are definitely staggered. In ACU, I mean, they've had to control the point the entire time, so they are at 50%. And
we might see a sneaky person coming up from the back line from the other team. Although I don't know how long it's going to take for that.
Oh my goodness, there are.
We do see that Diva Bomb.
So
both
many
Diva Bombs. Unfortunately, the other team gets 3.
Yeah, and see CDLP saving their ults, using them in an appropriate manner right now. And they are on the point, but it's being contested right now by Fitch of Flight, who's just trying to stay alive, trying to keep as much percentage on the point as possible.
We do see Seeds get pinned there by the enemy Reinhardt too.
Yep,
and Mr. Bout Sparks and Daddy are back on the point.
Yeah, so now, I mean, ACU could potentially get this all the way to 99%, and that puts them in a really good spot even if they die. So it looks like they are all taken out. But
ending at 96.
96%.
That is good.
Against 0 right now. That's definitely where ACU wants to be. So they're just going to regroup right now, push together, and hopefully, it looks like they're actually going on the high ground, which is not something you really ever see too much on this map, just because it's almost unnecessary sometimes. But yeah, they're just trying to make sure that they don't get stuck in that hallway.
We did see like a lot of other teams' ults coming out with Graviton Surge and Self-Destruct, so ACU might be better off on the ult economy here.
Took out the Brigitte. They are
really nice
focusing on those healers right now. They pushed out that Moira. She can no longer heal her team. Take her out. They took out the Zarya as well.
And next to fall is the Rhine.
And it looks like Diva is just trying to stay alive right now.
Diva actually doing it on the opposite side. Not a very good place to be. No. However, there is a health pack there, which allows her to contest a bit more.
Yeah, she's still contesting, but it looks like ACU has taken control of the point again, and Diva is staggered now.
Is gone.
Oh, a huge Graviton
huge
surge.
grab. Takes Zarya for a ride there. Lendus easily finishes him off.
ACU is just doing a tremendous job keeping CDLP out of the point. Huge Earthshatter
right there.
It takes out the entire team, and ACU looks like they get the first map.
And that is overtime.
That looks amazing.
Unfortunately, the Diva Bomb killed the Seeds. He was too far out there.
Yeah, but it's 1-1. Sorry, I thought this was the first map. It's the second map.
That's fine.
But it ties it all up. We're going to the third map. Winner of this one wins the entire match. Let's see. It looks like they're going to stick with goats, which, you know, the team composition of the favorite team composition right now. But we'll see what CDLP decides to do to change things up, if they decide to do that at all. I mean, this is a good map for Pharah. There's a lot of room for her to be flying
To
around.
spread her wings.
Yep. So let's see here. Looks like they're sticking together, going
They're
right.
going through the buildings,
Yeah.
which is a very smart choice if they do have a Pharah, less boops off the edge.
Yeah. So looks like
It looks
those.
like the other team made it across the bridge, however, and
Yeah.
looks like they are still the same Goats comp.
So
We
goats be
see
goats.
Lenda's taking down the Lucio pretty easily there.
Yep. And the Diva's been demeched, and Baby Diva's out as well. So it is a
Do you see
4
Zarya death there?
4v6, 3v6, 2v6, and oh, it looks
Oh,
like
we
that
do see the pharmacy.
Far Mercy combo there, but I don't really think Far Mercy was doing much right now.
They were unable to capitalize since they
Yeah,
didn't go over bridge, which
true.
is a really good place.
So it looks like the team is kind of splitting off right now. They're running a goats variant with the Far Mercy combo, but it's not true goats, so it's a little harder to really get the full power of goats when you don't have your entire team grouped up together. Um, you can see,
Also, they swapped one of their main healers for the Pharah,
yeah.
which is not really the smartest of choices.
So we lost our Lucio, but it looks like we took out both their Reinhardt, their Lucio, their Mercy, their Zarya, their Pharah. Everyone's
Parker the
falling down.
Taco getting that clutch hook on the Pharah
Yeah.
there.
Um, so
We see him trying to be a little sneaky, trying to get little hooks off into the river there.
yeah, I mean it's when you're playing Roadhog. That's kind of what you want to do here. So ACU looking really good. They have capped 50% of the point at this point, and that Far Mercy doesn't.
We see Parker the Taco taking the Rhine for a little dip in the river
Was
there.
able to hook him and just drop him out, which now it's a 5v6, and that Diva is probably not gonna have a good time.
Parker the Taco taking out the Pharah.
Wow.
Well, what do you know?
Didn't know.
Looks like they're deciding to res the Pharah instead of the Rhine.
Okay, I mean that's I don't think they could reach the Reinhardt, so
And it looks like they're going through buildings as well.
yeah, that's.
Oh wait, I forgot they hooked the Reinhardt off.
Yeah. So, I mean it's still. It looks like the Reinhardt's back. It looks like that Ara is trying to get over there. Oh.
Oh,
What a
nice
huge
graviton
graviton.
surge.
Surge takes out the Lucio though. Reinhardt.
Unfortunately,
Zarya.
the justice from the enemy Pharah takes out Mr. Botsparts and Daddy. However, oh, Lendis just fire strikes
Man.
the Pharah into oblivion.
Tanks? Nah, it's just more DPS for ACU, obviously.
It is.
And they're at 95%. If CDLP doesn't get on the point right now, oh, looks like
Which they
are,
managed to use the Earthshatter as more of a stalling factor.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think ACU was able to capitalize on Lentis' Earthshatter, and it looks like they're slowly starting to fall here.
So he's taking out the Reinhardt, but I don't believe that's going to be enough. However, if Daddy is able, he could just constantly ring around the point there.
Yeah.
He does use Sound Barrier in this instance, getting Mr. Botsparts and Seed more time to kill and unfortunately be killed in Seed's case.
Yeah, Daddy's still contesting the point though. At this point, I'm not entirely sure if he has the ability to stay alive on his own all too much right now.
He is getting close to death and somehow still avoiding
he
it.
is doing a really good job. But
And
he
unfortunately, he
finally
falls
but that
by
gives,
the giant laser pointer.
it gives enough time for ACU to have someone else contesting the point.
We see Parker de Tato nearly taking down the Rhine.
Oh.
Gets that last little bit on him.
And ACU still contesting this point. CDLP has not been able to take hold of this point. And you
See the Diva Bomb coming out.
Diva Bomb, but I mean,
Only takes out Seeds, which is good. Only a Tracer now, unfortunately, Parker de Tato misses, but then redeems himself with a nice shot to the head, and that is game.
That is some really good teamwork on ACU's part. They had a little bit of trouble at the beginning with that GOATS comp against CDLP, but I mean,
They adapted and they did very well.
yeah, and we have the enemy Zarya here with Play the Game, and it's that beautiful
That graviton
surge
surge.
that just, or no, it's just damage, just a lot of damage.
What? Oh, she didn't use the graviton surge, did she?
No. But,
So that was Legion Tower. Now, we saw a lot of hard play from Parker de Tato, and I thought he did very well on
yeah,
his role.
I think so too. But
It was just great teamwork overall,
yeah,
honestly.
so it looks like, sorry, I was getting some confirmation on something. It looks like Hollywood is the next point, of course. So I don't know if they are setting up the lobby right now. So it looks like they're pretty close to setting everything up right now. But Hollywood, control, no, it's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid.
So that first point, it's a very hit or miss kind of first point. I mean,
It is.
you if your team is doing a really good job of defending, that attacking team is not going to get through you. But if that attacking team has a really good composition and really good teamwork, they can pass through that first point very easily.
Most of the older maps have like a simple thing in common, especially with like Hollywood and Hanamura, is there's only like usually one or two ways to get through the first choke point. And if you're unable to get through it, you're basically done for and you're unable to go through the entire map.
Yeah, I
You're
mean,
just stuck at that first point.
okay, yeah, certainly. It's crazy to see this composition too. I mean, we're seeing Seeds play Ashe. I think it's the
Ooh,
first
got
time
some
we've
Ashe play.
yeah, first time we've seen Ashe today at all. Looks like they're doing a bit more of a dive comp. So they got D.Va, they have a Winston, they have a Genji.
All high mobility characters, except for that Zenyatta, unfortunately, but he does have the orb, so that
Yes.
is a great asset to the team.
So we have Seeds here. Just trying to get
Cranking
some.
out some shots on
Yeah.
that enemy D.Va.
Ashe, of course, has that dynamite. That does a huge amount of damage. You can see it's already doing fire damage to the team.
Unfortunately, they do have a Zarya, which does have that anti on it.
Yeah, it does cancel out the fire damage, which is pretty nice. Finch of Flight gets
Oh.
hooked and destroyed. But
See, Blendus jumping on the Ana there, getting the kill.
yeah,
And he's still in, and he jumps out onto the top of the ledge to try to taunt a little bit on him.
try to give his team some room, but unfortunately, ACU's team kind of gets taken out.
We already see Seeds already has Bob in place, and Bob takes out most of the team along
Yeah.
with the TNT,
Paco
and
de
they are
Taco
capping point.
and Lindis, as well as Bob, capping the point. It looks like Finch of Flight is back. So ACU, oh, you have that Roadhog trying to
Sneaky
get
hog on the top of the roof
yeah,
there.
Oh, gets
Oh,
Paco de Taco sleeping, really exhausted right now.
sleeping on the job.
Sleeping on the job. Finch of Flight trying to heal his team, keep him
We do
alive.
see the ult coming out from Finch of Fight here.
Yep, to counter that Moira ult, but he has to back out because of that D.Va mech.
We also do see the Dragon Blade from Mr. Bob Sparks there.
Yep.
Just
CDLP.
slicing and dicing. Unfortunately, the enemy Zarya kills herself.
CDLP just doesn't have the firepower right now to combat ACU's team, and they're able to secure the first point, and now they are on the payload. It appears to be some sort of limo. Very important Hollywood producer, I think, is inside to get to his trailer. Or it
Yes,
might
he
be an
does.
actor, I don't know. So Mr. Bob Sparks, of course, on that Genji, always needing healing. But he is doing his best to just do as much damage as possible, reflect stuff back.
Oh, we do see the enemy Graviton Surge coming out here.
But you see Winston being smart with his shield bubble and just bubbling his team. Oh, that Roadhog falls to Seeds and Zenyatta, where there's a Discord orb. Mr. Bob Sparks just right in front.
See the Primal
Let it
Rage
Reinhardt.
coming out from Landis, really
Yeah.
making a lot of space for his team.
And both of their healers end up getting taken out, and all that's left is that Zarya. And we've
Mr.
slowly
Bob
falls
Sparks
Yep.
cuts her down.
So,
We do see another ult coming out pretty quickly from Mr. Bob Sparks, and Seeds already has Bob again.
good
Now,
old Bob.
Something that I want to see is something on like Dorado or something is just Bob pushing the payload
Yeah.
by himself.
That'd be pretty
That would
fun.
be hilarious to see.
Oh man, yeah, you see that
See that
TNT damage.
D.Va bomb coming in
Yep.
too from Paco de Taco. Unfortunately, does not get anyone. We do see Bob now coming out with the Nanoed Reinhardt, a battle for the ages. Bob versus Nanoed Reinhardt.
Oh,
Unfortunately, Bob wins that one.
yep. And it
And we
looks
see
like,
no one pushing payload as well.
well, guys, don't see 9 right now.
We see
Lindis,
Lendis jumping back on.
to get on the point. They're
Moore
able-
is still there contesting,
Yep.
and now they have capped.
All right, and with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go, ACU's in a really good position to get to that last point.
Oh, Lendis found a sneaky little Ana in the back.
Yeah, and is able to take her out. So now, a pretty
Unfortunately, it wasn't the sleep on Lendis that the Ana got. It was the sleep on Paco right
Yeah.
behind him.
crucial, but with that stagger, I mean, CDLP can't really push right now. So ACU's gonna get some free distance here with their limo. Lindis almost has his ult. I perceive that Mr. Bob Sparks probably has his ult as well as Genji. So we might be seeing some of that right now. Damage. Oh, we see a
We
Reaper
do see the
coming in.
Reaper coming in as a response to Lendis being Monkey and also D.Va.
Yeah. So a good tank destroyer, Reaper. Oh, they're on a falls, Mr. Bob Sparks. We didn't see it, but
We do see the Reaper trying to be as annoying as possible,
yeah.
hiding behind corners.
All right.
Just trying to really get those tanks.
Oh, you see that there is a Diva mech coming up somewhere, and Lindis protects his team with his shield.
Well-timed bubble right there.
Mr. Bob Sparks takes out that McCree. Pitch of Flight unfortunately falls. So does Seeds, but with Lindis being enraged as he is, gets taken out. But
He gets slept, and then, oh, he finds an Ana that's very low health and discorded, which is always a good set.
yeah, and so there you go. ACU is still on point, still pushing. That Diva's just trying to contest right now.
Mr. Bob Sparks saving Lindis there from the enemy Reaper, which is always good. They see a Mercy coming out. Unfortunately, she gets body blocked, and that is the first round.
Wow, ACU just kind of steamrolled through this. They did a really good job just going through. They captured them. They had a little bit of trouble capturing that first point, but once they got on that payload did not stop moving. It just kept going, and ACU, I mean,
We saw that ult charge exceptionally well with Seeds and Mr. Bob Sparks.
yeah,
As Seeds had Bob during one of the first pushes. So that
which,
was really good ult placement right there.
and the thing about Seeds is that the game counts him as another player. So, I mean, he can contest the point, he can capture points, he can push the payload.
He can also be nano boosted, slept, hacked,
Healed.
Healed, damage boosted.
Yeah, so I mean, you can definitely see the power of Bob and the power of picking Ashe as a character.
And the best part is, Bob does not give you ult charge.
It's true. So killing him.
See Pitch of Light going a little bit crazy there with the Mercy pistol.
So it looks like, from what I can tell, they might be going with the same composition. Might be trying their luck here.
Oh, Daddy on Ana instead of Moira.
Okay.
Very good pick for this because this is kind of more catered to snipers.
Yeah. Mr. Bob Sparks is also playing the Zarya right now, which is really good. I mean,
going a bit of reform, more like triple tank right now instead of normal goats, because they do have that 1 DPS.
Yeah. So I mean, but I think they're probably hoping to utilize Bob to the best of their abilities right now, because he's just a super valuable asset to have.
He is.
And it looks like they're going to be a little bit
He either gets melted or destroyed, which is a toss-up either way.
So it looks like they're going Winston. Looks like they got a Doomfist here. Looks like they're probably going a bit more of dive comp. They have a Tracer, it seems, and a Diva.
Doomfist going up top. Wonder what he's planning to do. Looks like Paco found him going up with the Mercy to try to combat him. And gets the kill on that too.
ACU just instantly deletes 3 of their team.
Seeds almost getting killed by the Tracer there. Fortunately, he survives and gets a nice little knockback from his coach gun there.
Yeah. So, I mean, ACU is doing really well to hold this right now. Seeds is just trying to get some little picks here. Damage. That Tracer just
being an annoying little Tracer.
Yep. Trying to get it to the back, trying to do as much damage as possible, and be a real annoyance to ACU right now. But Lindis, of course, in the front, protecting his team.
Looks like they're going, most of them are going behind, or at least to the side of them right now.
Yeah. I mean,
ACU is going to have to be pretty wary of what they're trying to do here, because they might be trying to split them up.
Yeah. So, I mean, Lindis is, unfortunately, he kind of pushes up ahead. Seeds ends up being taken out, but
Mr. Bob Sparks getting a double for the mech and the,
oh, man.
How did the Taco getting a double on that one?
Getting both tanks, and then as Diva being able to take out the Doomfist as well. ACU is doing a really good job. Oh,
very
Lindis
good
gets
hold.
Stuck, but is able to protect himself and get healed through it. ACU is doing a really good job holding right now, holding on to this point, and CDLP is struggling right now. I think they might be switching some stuff. You can see that they've already have a Lucio that Seeds was able to take out. So CDLP is definitely probably going to switch up some stuff. They have a Reinhardt. I think they switched out their Winston for that Reinhardt.
Yes, they did.
And they switched out their Diva for Zarya, but it looks like
see that nanoed Ryan
just
coming back
decided,
again.
hey, nah, you wanna switch your team comp? Well, switch to something else, because we were about to take you all out and not out to dinner. So looks like Lindis.
You taking me out to dinner?
No, maybe after. But I mean, ACU, you can see that they're pushing and they're really trying to hold on this point. not letting CDLP get to the choke.
We
You
see
see Bob
Bob
here.
coming in.
Oh, and he has
Oh, with that Diva bomb though,
that
killing
diva
Mr. Bob Sparks, unfortunately.
kills Mr. Bob Sparks and Bob, unfortunately there.
Both Bobs.
Yeah.
See Padre Tato killing the Lucio. Unfortunately, he gets demeched and gets killed by the enemy Zarya.
And ACU, I mean, Pitcher Flight decides to go Valkyrie, try to keep his team alive and hold the point. I mean, CDLP has a minute left to capture, but
See, Finch of Light just kind of stalling there as
yeah,
he is.
I don't think ACU will be able to hold this point. I think that CDLP has a good advantage here of capturing it. But with less than a minute left, I mean, they're going to get some extra time with this cap, but it's not going to be anything what it could have been with that extra time that they would have had they captured it early. And it looks like everyone will respawn from that same spawn room.
Which is always a nice advantage to
Yeah,
have.
so they lose the point, but they haven't lost the war, and ACU has grouped up again. They're
We
sticking
did see
together.
earlier, Padre Tato does have his self-destruct ready.
Yes, Mr. Bob Starks is already at 50% there as well, and uh, I
Lendus
assume
might
Daddy
be
probably
getting
has
close
his
as well.
ult at this point as well. Taco to Taco, yep. Seeds almost
Ooh.
has Bob again. Holy smokes. And Lindis is
See
getting there.
Lendus getting close, and also Daddy getting close to another nano boost.
Oh, man.
Oh, we see
Seeds.
the grab coming out from the enemy team. Also the self-destruct.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Lendus falls and is unable to shield it, and the enemy Diva gets a 4-man, with Finch of Light being the only survivor.
Yes. So, not exactly what you want to see being ACU here, but Finch of Flight is still
We
alive.
do see
He's
the
just-
Finch of Light
he's
taking on 1v1ing the Reinhardt
Yeah.
there for a second.
That is a very confident Mercy. But
He gets a
ACU
lot of damage on him.
Yeah, ACU has regrouped right now, and they're just pushing in. Lendis takes out that Brigitte, but gets
But
taken
it
out
also
himself.
falls. Then there's Bob right there.
Yep.
Bob killing the Zen, actually.
Oh, and Finch Flight actually revives Lendis, I think. So Lendis is back into the fight. They do get Earth Shattered, but they don't really
There's
capitalize on that.
no follow-up there.
No,
And Mr. Bob Sparks with another great grab there. Almost killing. Unfortunately, there is no follow-up on the Reinhardt as of yet.
Unfortunately there. But it looks like that Reinhardt ends up getting taken down. Seeds falls as well.
See the Lucio almost getting taken down. Unfortunately, he gets healed up.
Yes, Paco de Taco on the point contesting, so is Lindis. And they're just trying to hold off CDLP as best as they can right now.
See the enemy grab coming out there.
Yes, so they did a good job holding the point. Fortunately, they get the last point. They only have 2 minutes and about 20 seconds to get to that last point, which puts ACU at a really good advantage right now.
But also, we did see that they did push it throughout the trailer part or the movie scene with only 2 minutes.
Yes. So if ACU can just hold the team back right now, they should be in a good point.
Unfortunately, Daddy gets a little staggered there.
Yeah. But it should be fine. They do have some leeway. ACU, of course, has 3 minutes and 14 seconds for the next round. So they might be able to just give CDLP even less time by just holding them off. Even if they can't keep them from capping, they can at the very least do this. But Pocket Taco, you can see there has his ult. So he's probably waiting.
He's looking for a way.
So he waits until
ends up shooting it in.
Waits until
doesn't
the
get the right angle, but does get the Brigitte.
That's a huge pick. Because Brigitte does a lot of damage and a lot of healing. She's
also very annoying.
Yes. Pocket Taco's in the back just trying to take out some of the healers. They get the Reinhardt, they get the Zarya, and that puts ACU in a really good position right now. They get the Lucio and the Zenyatta.
And Diva is half health, about to get demeched there. And unfortunately, the Brig comes back a bit too late. And Diva just running to point.
Yeah, and they're probably just going to wait a little bit, stagger her. And it looks like
and she gets bubbled.
Mr. Bob Sparks kind of getting in there a little too far there. But
fortunately, they waited a bit too long for that stagger on that baby Diva there.
Unfortunately, but ACU's regrouping. They're backing up. They're just trying to keep CDLP back. And CDLP has about 40 seconds left.
We see that grab coming out from Mr. Bob Sparks and from the enemy team as well.
Unfortunately, I don't think anyone really falls. Daddy falls on ACU.
Becomes the other self-destruct.
Yes,
only getting the mech.
But ACU still holding on to this payload, defending it, not letting it go. But there you have it. Seeds, Mr. Bob Sparks, and Paco de Taco all get taken out. Eddie, all on his own, trying to contest, gets taken out immediately because you're just an on. Oh, we see a
And
wrecking
we see the
ball.
Wrecking Ball coming in as a
Oh,
stall character. We see Finch Flight almost has Valkyrie, doesn't get exactly. We see stall
Mr.
characters coming out
Bob
now with
Sparks.
Mr. Bob Sparks as May. Just being as annoying as possible, trying to buy his team as much time as
And
possible.
there you have it. ACU unable to defend, but it does allow them to waste the entire time that CDLP has to capture. So for this next round, they only get actually.
CDLP is only going to get a minute to capture.
Do they even get any time? I
They
think.
do get time. They do get a minute.
Okay. Well, uh, AC ACU, I mean, has 3 minutes 14 seconds. So we can see here. Actually, yeah. Do they get time? I thought they
They
only
do
got
get
time.
time.
Oh,
They do
okay.
get a minute.
I thought they only got time if they had some form of like 5 seconds or something on the clock. They
No,
get like an extra like minute or 30
if
seconds.
the clock runs 0, they get a minute.
Okay,
If it runs down below a minute, they get a minute added to whatever the
okay,
total is.
makes sense. All right, well,
I believe.
ACU here, uh, looking really good. 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Looks like they're swapping out their comp a little bit. Mr. Bob Sparks appears to be uh,
The Widow
on the Widow.
now.
Yeah, decides to go some long range
Actually,
DPS.
I may have gotten my rules wrong because since ACU now is attacking, it is either a win or a draw now.
Okay, yeah,
The
that's.
worst they can do is a draw now.
But ACU, all they have to do is just cap a third of this first point.
Hmm
So they don't even have to capture it all, just a third. So we'll see if they are able to pull it off. So they're moving together as a unit here. Um,
We see Seeds trying to get those early picks in with the TNT.
yeah.
Nice damage.
Orbit Discord here. They're just facing off, and
Very good team mechanics from both. Unfortunately,
ah,
the enemy Diva is able to take out Lendus.
yes.
And Seeds is all alone in the back, just trying to have a sniper duo with the Zen. That never does well when the Zen is in your
No, it looks
face.
like the healers are the only two that are still alive right now. And
Mr. Bob Sparks getting
oh
a
yeah.
snipe on someone. I could not see who, unfortunately.
Okay, well, the team is regrouping right now. They're going to try another push. They were able to take out that Reinhardt, but by now the Reinhardt should be pretty close, or at the very least back right now. Fincher Flight is trying to keep Lindis alive with those heals, and he has his ult. He's using it.
Does use Coalescence here. Seeds gets the DMAC, and Lendus gets a swing on the enemy Brigitte.
Mr. Bob Sparks fall, but the Zenyatta falls, and this is an opportune time to push right now and just start capping. Um, they
We see
are
that TNT damage coming in clutch against the fight with the Zarya and the Reinhardt there.
yeah. The Reinhardt falls, and now there's Zarya falls as well.
Now there's a sneaky Lucio in the back.
Yeah, just trying to contest as best as his abilities. And the team is staggered,
Fortunately,
and
they're
they're
unable
trying to
to.
just come
Brigitte
in and
comes back
contest.
in.
But it looks like ACU might actually win this. They were able to get that first tick, and with that, uh,
That is game.
that is game. They are able to take that victory and take the entire set completely.
We see Lendus' Reinhardt now getting the play of the game here.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is that Graviton Surge with the Nano Rhine.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks
It
like it
is.
is. He gets nanoed here pretty late, but still.
Still very effective.
Yeah, still is able to take out and do a lot of damage there. And with that, I mean,
What else can you say?
good stuff. Really good
stuff.
stuff by ACU. Really good stuff by CDLP. We can see that there's a lot of teamwork and they put up a really good fight.
Valiant
Um,
effort on both sides, really.
yeah, I'm glad to see that ACU here in these last kind of two matches didn't really go full goats. They went some slight variants to try to play to their advantages and really take advantage of the sites that they could get
It was a
in
good
Hollywood.
experiment.
Yes, and it paid off for them. They did really well. So with that, I do believe that was our last match of the day. So ACU is I'm sure they're celebrating right now
Hmm
in the other room. So we'll probably be back here pretty soon. I don't think we're gonna play the third match, if I'm correct now. So we'll be back. We'll have some interviews. We'll bring in some of the guys and ask them about some of their thoughts and their experiences and what they learned through this match. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
What? Oh, I'm not? Cool. I am the growing professional.
All right. Unfortunately, we're having some technical difficulties, but we are back. If you missed it, my name is MDog, and this is Lendis, our Reinhardt player for the ACU Esports team.
Hello.
So, how did you really feel about the game?
I was throwing that. No. I I think all of us did really well. I definitely need that round now. I always need definitely need this. Talk louder? Oh, okay.
So we saw you did on that last game there on Hollywood. We saw you did a nice little graviton surge served up on a platter for you to just swing your hammer into. How did
Uh,
you feel about that?
That is prime Reinhardt. Absolutely, I can all out.
So what do you think of the goats using here? Like using goats for the team comp?
Uh, it was kind of necessary in a couple of different scenarios, several different. Whenever they were running goats and having a time focusing anyway. Once we ran goats, we've ran it a decent number of uh someone very important dive, a lot more brawly.
And how did you feel about the addition to Ash?
She fantastic OT that dynamite.
Nasty.
It is. I very have an issue having an.
So last question here. How did you feel about your play, and then after that, how did you feel about the team play that you had?
After are you talking the Grav?
I'm just talking about your play overall.
I play overall. I could have definitely played better. I felt like I whiffed a lot of opportunity in that game. I haven't. Um, my plays were average, and team overall held pick up that kind of thing.
And Reinhardt's more of a team player overall. I mean, he does have a lot of solo kill potential, but it really relies on your team to back you up as a main tank overall.
Definitely. There's plenty of things that I can do. Or
There's always room to improve.
yeah, but there are also a lot of I'm not gonna live without my team.
Yeah.
Just how it is.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. All right, and we are back. We had that little bit of a technical difficulty with the interview on Lindis, but now we have Mr. Bob
Yeah.
Sparts, one of our DPS mains for the Overwatch team.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So how you doing?
I'm good, man. I feel pretty good after the games today. I mean, obviously we don't like taking a loss. Nobody really likes taking a loss. But I felt like that game was probably the closest game we've had this preseason. And I mean, it really could have gone to either team. Uh, we love ran goats into them, and sometimes the ult economy works against you, sometimes it works for you, and it just so happened that it worked in their favor. So.
And we saw you pulling out the Symmetra for that teleporter play. So how did you feel about that?
So we practice it just a little bit, not a ton. I just really like the idea because obviously that map is just so well known for May, and so as you saw, we put the teleporter down and then May wall went up right away. So I love being able to bypass their ability to block you off and zone you away from your. But yeah, so the sim teleporter was nice when we got on point. And then yeah, you know how goats like it was kind of a goatsy comp that they were running with the brig, and it was just they snowball hard on point if you can't kill them quick enough, and so we weren't good enough to kill them quick enough, and Hanamura did not go. I feel like the game was closer than the score reflected. Um, made a few mistakes on defense for sure. I think David, our Lindis was caught up a tad bit. Just stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, Hanamura obviously went to them. I think we did a really good job on Busan, and then yeah, Blizzard World could have gone either way for sure.
So we saw you playing a lot of Zarya during that Goat
Yeah.
Stop. You were doing really well. How
Thank you.
did you feel about the team play during that part?
Ah, man, props to every single person on the team. I mean, just amazing. We comboed ults really well. We had some 9,000 IQ. I was able to flank and get a grab off, and then Lindis was able to flank and get a shatter off. And then even then, with our ults, we would combo really well. We'd say, let's grab and nano our Reinhardt and let him swing away, and we did exactly that. We have gotten really good at coming up with our plans and then executing them as we should, which that's super helpful. And then also focusing targets with goats and the healing, it's really hard to burn a target down super fast with all that healing. You have to have all 6 people on the same target, and I think we did a lot better focusing targets tonight than we've done in the past. Oh,
And we saw in that Hollywood with Seeds as Ash instead of another DPS main or maybe
right.
like a Brigitte.
Yeah. Man, what a play by him. Honestly, that first point that we took, all him. I mean,
We saw him get that
it was
Bob really fast.
he. Yeah, he looked up his stats after we took first point. I think there was only about a minute into the game, and he goes, dang, I already have 3k damage. So, that TNT on the entire enemy team, it just is so much damage. Pulling Bob out, Bob did something, and we love Bob. He's
Bob's
MVP
amazing.
on our team. That's right.
12,000 health over 1,000 damage.
That's right. Yeah, it's such a good distraction whenever you move in. You throw in Bob, and it's kind of like the enemy team just goes, "Oh man, they have a seventh person on their team, and how are we going to take this fight?" You can really zone people off with Bob, and Ryan did a phenomenal job of running Ash. Really good. And whenever he picked that Ash, actually, I was kind of worried because running Ash into goats can be kind of rough with all the shields, and uh, he was like, "All right, have faith in me, Bobby." I said, "All right." I said, "Do that, and if it doesn't work out, we'll swap." And Ryan, Seeds has my faith all the way. I should have never doubted him. He's awesome.
Hey, it was a phenomenal comp. It really
It
was. It
was
was more like a modified goats.
exactly, yeah, and that's one of the things we really have been practicing lately is different forms of goats. I mean, you can really change your team comp to play against goats towards your team's play style, and I think we did a phenomenal job of playing our game tonight, which really helped. I mean, it was just all around a good night. Unfortunately, we lost the first one, but like I said, it could have gone either way, and it's a good day. It's a good way to end the preseason, and I think we're all eager for the real season to start up next semester.
All right, great. So last question. Again, we saw you on the Zarya. How did you feel about all those 5 or more man grabs that you got?
um, I got super lucky. A player is only as good as their team, and I just have great guys on my team backing me up. Uh, like, there were a couple times where I would get a big grab and I myself can't do anything with a giant grab. You have to have the team follow up. And so there were a couple times I was dumb. I should have looked at the kill feed and seen, oh man, everyone's on my team is dead. But yeah, I mean, we got lucky that they didn't get eaten by the diva or anything like that. But yeah, I love Zarya. She's I guess because I'm DPS and you get high charge, you become the
You burn.
DPS.
You burn
Exactly.
them.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I love it.
Well, that's great. Anyway, so that is it. Thank you all for tuning in to our Overwatch Esports TeSPA games for today, and we'll see you guys later.